Hey y'all, how you doing today? Look what I've got. These are Korean short ribs, cut differently than what I normally do. This is beef, Korean short ribs, and this is how we had the butcher cut it because I wanted to try these. I've never cooked these before, and y'all know we took a cow and we had it processed and we raise our own beef. And remember, beef, it's what's for dinner because we do raise cattle. And anyway, I'm going to tell you something. We're going to have some really good eating shortly, but I'm going to make some sweet meat short ribs. Even though these are Korean short ribs, we're going to go for it, okay? What I'm going to do right now is wash these babies and get them dried and get ready to season them. Y'all, I made these before with pork, and they're very, very good. And I think you'll like them. Y'all give these a try. Now, these are cut differently than the short ribs that we usually get, but I wanted to try it and see what it was like. So, ooh, let me get my hand in there. I've got everything thawed out. Ooh, baby, look at these. Look at these, y'all. This is Korean short ribs, okay? And this is beef, and this is how they cut them. Now, I've got to wash these, but let me show you this. They're cut differently in that you just get a little bit of the bone and the rest of it has highly marbled meat, okay? And if any of you are experts on Korean short ribs, y'all can let me know. But otherwise, we're having a food adventure today, and I'm going to wash this off. We're going to get this in the oven. So right now, I've got my oven preheating to 300. And I'm getting this washed. I'm going to dry it off. I'm going to season it good. We're going to get it in the oven, and we're going to have a good meal. First, I am going to cut these in two and make them a little bit shorter. Okay. And y'all, I have kitchen shears that I keep in here. You have to find where there's no bone because, you know, there is bone in there. About midway, there's a spot where there's bone and then no bone. I'm just going to cut these. Y'all know this is going to be good. Look at all this marbling. Dry them off, and then we're going to get them seasoned. So I'm throwing these in the oven. These are going to cook for 2 hours. All right, here we go. I got these dried off, and I'm going to lay them out, and we're going to start getting them seasoned. Well, we're going to have to do them in doses. They're so big. All right, I'm going to spray my pan with cooking spray. And this is just plain old cooking spray. And it's the store brand because that's how I roll a lot. So I've got my 9x13 ready to roll. Got it sprayed good. Now what we're going to do is do the seasoning of it. Now y'all know I love y'all seasonings, the y'all brand seasonings. This is Southern Secret. This goes on first. And we're going to do some salt and pepper. So, y'all, first we're going to dose it good with this. Now, this has a little salt in it. So, we're not going to do a ton of salt on it because it already has salt on it. All right, so we're going to put this over pretty generously. Okay. Flip it over, put some more. Y'all, this is so easy. And then you're going to walk away and put this in the oven for several hours. So you got to get time to go do something else. Run some errands, kick your feet up, and don't tell anybody and just relax. Because if you tell them, they'll come over with something for you to do. Does that ever happen to y'all, or is it just me? It's like, don't tell them I'm not busy because then I'll have to do something. No, I'm just kidding. I like to be a help. Do y'all like to help other people? I really do. All right, I'm just going to sprinkle lightly. Y'all know, remember I got this at over in Savannah when I went to see the Queen of Southern Cuisine. And I got if y'all notice, it said, my apron says beef, it's what's for dinner. Y'all know I got that from the Alabama Cattlemen's Association. My husband is an Alabama cattleman. He's a member, so am I. And I cooked for them at their expo up in Huntsville a while back. So anyway, I'm having a good time with all this cooking stuff. All right, what have we got to do now? Remember, I told you we're heated at 300 degrees temperature in the oven, and now we're going to put full over this and cook it for 2 hours, 300 for 2 hours. So we're going to cover it with full, put it in there, and then go on about our day. All right. Get a good covering on there. Now, when we pull it out in 2 hours, we'll pour off the juice. Then we're going to put sweet meat all over it and some barbecue sauce of your choice. So go find what kind you like. And then we're going to put it on there, put it back in there for 15 minutes, and it's going to be ooey gooey, yummy, delicious. All right, 2 hours coming up. Hey, y'all, I'm back. Guess what? It's been 2 hours. I'm going to pull that baby out of the oven. Let's see what it looks like. I can't wait. And by the way, I did put in the grits, so I will pull out some grits too for you to look at. Y'all, if you haven't seen me make my tomato grits, y'all go Google Dana Standridge tomato grits and it'll pop up. And I'm telling y'all, it's some good eating. That recipe is from my great aunt. And the recipe for that is in my cookbook, Happiness is Homemade, y'all. You can find it on Amazon. Go get you one, or you can get you an ebook or a print book. It'll come right to your house on Amazon. I'll put the link for you. All right, I'm pulling it out. Okay, remember, after 2 hours, the directions are pull the foil off, and then we're gonna look and see how they're doing. Now, I'm gonna show you up here how they're looking. Now remember, look at that. Looks good already. But what I gotta do now, I'm gonna tilt it to the side, and y'all, I have a bowl down in here, and I'm just gonna pour that juice in this bowl. I'm going to leave a little of it in the bottom. Okay, there we go. All right, the next thing I'm going to do is put on whatever kind of barbecue sauce you want to put on. But before you do that, you've got to put on the sweet meat from y'all. This is what it looks like, the sweet meat. Now, y'all, before we do that, I'm going to test and see how much more cooking these things have got to have, because I don't want them to be tough. So I'm going to sneak a little taste. How about right there? See how it is before I add anything to it. Ooh, my mouth is watering just looking at it. Well, I think it's going to be tender because I didn't even have to do much cutting. Look at that. All right, I'm going to do a little taste. I'm going to lay it to the side and taste it in a minute. But y'all, when I say do the sweet meat, I'm saying do the sweet meat, and let's just put plenty on there. Now, if you don't like a lot, you don't have to, but y'all, this makes it so good. It's sweet and it's barbecue, okay? So we're gonna do that. Then I'm gonna put on a little bit of barbecue sauce and then flip it over. Today I'm using Bob Sykes barbecue. And of course this one, oh, let me pull that lid off right quick. All right. So I'm just gonna doll a little bit on there, paint it on. And y'all, this is gonna make it ooey and gooey and chewy and sticky, and it's gonna be so good. As my husband says, it's gonna be some count. And remember, I'm cooking my tomato grits with it and a salad. All right, so I've got this on one side, dolling it up. I'm gonna flip this over and do it on the other side. Here we go with some more sweet meat on this side and more barbecue sauce. I cannot wait to eat these. More barbecue sauce. Here we go. This is gonna go back in for 15 minutes. And I tell you, I'm gonna turn mine down to 275 now that it's going back in. 15 minutes. I hadn't tasted of it yet to see, because you know, you got to taste of it and see how tough it is. If it's still tough, you got to cook it a little longer. Y'all know that, right? Just leave it in there longer. Here we go. Oh man, that is so good. If you have not seen me make the tomato grits, y'all go look it up. Google Dana Standridge tomato grits, because let me tell you why. Let me show you how good that looks coming out of the oven. We're going to have such a good meal. A salad, tomato grits, and this wonderful Korean barbecue. Okay, 15 more minutes. We're waiting on that. I just couldn't wait to show you. Anyway, the recipe for tomato grits is in my cookbook. Happiness is Homemade, y'all. Go get you one. I'm just going to say, I wish you were here. Look at these gorgeous, gorgeous short ribs. The hair looks so delicious. Look at that. I know it. And I know you're going to want to know where to find some really good Alabama beef. So y'all get online, go to sweetgrownalabama.org, sweetgrownalabama.org, and y'all can get on there and find you some good old Alabama beef grown by Alabama cattlemen, okay? So here we go. I've covered all my bases. Y'all, this looks so delicious. I don't even know which one to get, but I'm going to get one of the good ones. I'm just going to get this one right here because I think it's the perfect one. Look at that. Y'all, look. Look at that beautiful rib. Oh, ooey gooey. Oh, man, it's so tender. You can tell by touching it how tender it is. But I think I told you I was going to put my grits on there, too, with it. Let me move that over a little bit. If you haven't made my tomato grits, go do it. Y'all are going to love it. Aren't they pretty? A great accompaniment to this barbecue. I'm going to be a happy girl just here in a minute. Look at that. Oh, goodness. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to get in there and get a bite of that. Y'all, look. I didn't even need it. My knife, I just pulled it right off. Ooh, yeah. Look at that. Look at that. Y'all want a bite? My mouth's watering. All right, let's see how hot it is. That sweet meat gives it a wonderful flavor. Remember, I'll put the link for Sweet Meat and Southern Secret and my cookbook so you can go get you one, and sweetgrownalabama.org. Y'all can go have all this wonderful stuff on your table just really shortly. The good Lord loves you, and I love you too. Y'all go have a great day. Make you a really good meal with the sweet meat barbecue. It's delicious. All right, y'all. Look at that. Yum.